Santosh Ram, sir, good morning. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
This is Uday Kumar from SRM University, Ramapuram campus.
Am I audible?
Okay, sir. Sir, am I audible to everyone? Yes. Sir, can you please check from your end whether screen is sharing or not? Do you have any PPT or some other tools, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, I just made you as co-host. Just check from your your side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's nice.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir. Can you please change it as slideshow mode, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. It is visible now, sir. So we have formal introduction right now. Then we can start the session, sir.
Sure.
Sure, sir. Okay. So very good morning. Okay, sir. A very good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of Department of Computer Science Application, BSc Computer Science Program, College of Science and Humanities, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus. I invite Mr. Santosh Ram. He is a technical associate in Ozone Cybersecurity. And today's session, he is going to cover the topic on DOS and DDoS attack in on live website. Okay. I need all the participants to interact with the resource person. If you have any queries regarding, you can post your comment in chat box. Okay. Thank you all. Sir, over to you, sir. Santosh Ram, sir.
Hi, guys. Very good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about the DOS and DDoS attack. Before going to that, okay. Before getting into that, we have to know that how normally internet works. Do you guys know how normally it works? Okay, let me explain. It's like a request and responses. Okay, so for example, if I'm asking anyone like what is your name or how are you, like you guys reply, right? Like I'm asking someone like what is your name, and you guys are replying like I'm Santosh. Like, so it is how the normally internet works. It is like a request and then a response. So our web browser just give some request to the web server, and the web server respond to our request. Okay, so that's how we get the replies. So this is how normally internet works. And what is DOS attack? In a sense, it's like a denial of services. The abbreviation is denial of services. Okay, once the DOS attack is performed on any web server or web application, the server can't able to reply any legitimate request to other services. Okay, like if an attacker perform DOS attack on any web server, so the server can't able to reply any legitimate request. So how the DOS attack exactly happened in the sense like a multiple request, not like a multiple. It's like a huge request. Okay, so okay, I'll go with the example again. Okay, so if any one of you guys ask me a question, I can able to reply, right? So if more than 10 people ask me a request, ask me a doubt, I will reply one by one. If 1,000 people ask me a doubt at the same time, I can't able to reply anyone. even I can't able to get your questions properly or clearly. So that is what exactly happened in the DOS attack. Okay, this is usually accomplished by flooding the targeted host or the network with the traffic until the target can't respond or the crashes. So most of the time, what happens is server can't able to reply any legitimate request. Sometimes the server also crashes itself. So the service is not available to anyone. Okay. So if I am performing DOS attack on any web server, so what happens now? You also can't able to get the same services. Okay. From the example, I take the Google. Okay. So it's not possible actually. So if I DOS attack Google, what happened now? You also can't get any reply from the Google server. So the Google network can't be accessible to anyone. So that is what exactly happened. Uh, Sometimes you guys also able to face these things. Uh, Already, I hope you already see DOS attack. Everyone. Okay, I'll tell you the real world example. So most of you guys are using from the colleges, right? So the result today. So most of the time, the result today, our result will be not get by the first attempt, right? So what happened now? Many of the users just try to get the results from the same server. Okay, most of the time it's mostly normally uh, a web server just getting the request like limitations of 1,000 or 1,500. The result time what happens? Many of the students just getting into the same web server, accessing the same pages. So what happens now? It's a legitimate request, but what the server thing, it's overload to the server normal from normally. Okay, so normally 100 to 200 requests done, but while performing a DOS attack or a result page, what happens now? Many requests get into the same server, so the server can't able to reply to the legitimate request itself. So the DOS attack can last from a few hours to many months. Okay, it's like a duration. So once I started the DOS attack, the service is can't available. So until I stop the attack, what happened now? The server can't able to reply until I stop. Even it can lead into the day or a month or week or whatever it is. Until I stop the attack, the server can't reply to anyone, costing company and consumers time and money while the resources service are unavailable. So mostly the DOS attack. Okay. Mostly, what in the DOS attack happens now? Uh, the server can't able to reply anyone, right? So the attacker's main goal is just to stop the services. Otherwise, you can't do the many as much as things. Okay. So denial of service is a form of a cyber attack that prevents a legitimate user from accessing a computer or a network. In a DOS attack, rapid and continuous online requests are sent to the target server to overload the server bandwidth. So, as I said earlier, now server only handle the limited request. Okay, like how much we are sending. So, what in the DOS attack happens now? It's just sending the multiple malicious requests. Okay, so it can't handle the thing. So, it's just putting some random traffic to the server. So the server can't reply. Distributed denial of service. So attack leverage a wide web of computers or a device infected with a malware to launch a coordinate barrage of meaningless online requests and blocking the legitimate access. It's a distributed denial of services. Okay. Actually, DOS and DDoS. It's like a similar thing. Okay. Yeah. DDoS is a kind of a DOS attack. Okay. In DDoS, what happens now? I already told you. Uh, a malicious request sending to the server. What in the distributed internet services happen now? It's like a multiple request sending from the multiple computers. Okay, it's like a few people, not a few people, a group of people targeting a same target, same victim, taking the same victim, and then attacking the same site. So on that time, the server totally crashes every time. Every time, once the DDoS attack is performed, the server will be like a not fully crashed, but it will be getting crashed. So it can't reply to the anyone. DDoS attack is a common type of DOS attack, so distributed denial of service attack. The attacker floods its target with the unwanted internet traffic so that the normal traffic is unable to reach its intended destination. So even the normal user can't even get into the server. Houses or infected or connected devices like a smartphone, PC or network server, and the Internet of Things devices. Okay, these are the where the DDoS attack came from. Okay? From the around the world, go after the targeted websites, or network or web application or programming application programming interface APIs. Okay, so the target can be anything. Okay, and the DDoS attack happens when the multiple system overruns the bandwidth or resources of a targeted system. A DOS attack uses the various sources of attack traffic, often in the form of botnets. So before getting to that, we have to know what is botnets. Have you guys ever heard of botnets? Okay, let me explain. Uh, it's like a system already infected by a malware. Okay, so I'll tell you in the hacker version. Once a normal hacker, what he will do now, he'll just putting some malicious application. Okay, uh, online through online. So how you guys are getting affected from that malware with the like a some kind of social engineering? I just put into the same malware. Okay, I'll try to give you the example. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do that. Okay, create a mode applications. You guys are already know about the mode application, I hope. Okay, I'll just explain. It's like a free Netflix premium. Okay, I'm just creating an application for free Netflix premium. I creating an application for even Android and then a Windows system also. Okay, because most of the people are using Android and Windows system. So I'm creating a malware with the Netflix application. I'm just getting a Netflix application and injecting my malware. So I'm telling you guys what now. While installing this application, you don't have to pay the premium amount. So you can easily use the Netflix. So what I'm going to do, I'm just putting a premium and then giving you the infected applications. So you guys are first, most of the guys are thinking like, okay, someone is giving now, we don't have to use them. But most of the people easily use that application, at least for the checking purpose. Okay, is it working or not? Likewise, most of the people will definitely check. So while checking itself, their mobiles or their system will definitely get affected. Okay. So once the application is installed, the application will hide itself from the mobile itself. So you can't get into the application. So it's like a normally you get how normally it look like now. You are just downloading some application. Okay, Netflix. I'm just putting like a Netflix cracked or a premium. Okay, I'm putting my application name like a Netflix or Netflix cracked. So once you are installing the Netflix cracked application, the application icon will be hidden. So what happened? Next time you are scrolling your app, scrolling your apps, you can't see the Netflix application. So you guys don't have any possible ways to uninstall that same application. So once you want to uninstall the application, you have to go to the settings and then you have to go search for the apps and then searching for the Netflix cracked my application name. Even I will change the name of my application itself. So once the application is installed, it will change the name itself. Like there's a main that activity like. So you guys can't able to identify the application itself. So once the application is installed, I will just perform any attack on a mobile or a PC. Okay, so later I will use that for my purpose. Okay, once if you have any sensitive information, so the later the hacker will use the sensitive information to threaten you or some kinds of any malicious activity. Or otherwise, what the hackers will do now, they will do your system for the they will make a system for the attacks like a DOS attack. So so your system become a botnet. Okay, already infected with the malware. So once the hacker want to perform the DDoS attack, what the hacker will do now, they will perform the attack from your system as well. So you will activate the attack from his system, and then your infected computer or a laptops or mobile system. Okay, so that is how the DDoS attack mostly performed. Some of the applications also provide some uh, uh, provide some botnets too. Okay, so like there's a HOIC and LOIC. I'll explain it. The various sources of attacks traffics may operate in the form of botnets. A botnet is a network or a personal device that have been compromised by the cyber criminals without the knowledge of the device owners. Okay, so even once your device is getting affected, you can't identify that. So, okay, my system is getting affected by malware. Like you don't have any ideas because I don't perform any attacks furtherly. Okay, furtherly proceed any attacks on your mobile or computer. Because once an attacker attack your mobile, he having some goals. Okay, so just imagine. Okay, so I'm going to attack anyone. So I have some hack value, right? Why I'm going to attack him? So if I'm attacking any one person, I have some hack goals. So once my goal is not accomplished, what I'm going to do now, I leave the malware there. So in a persistent mode, so I can later access his mobile. Okay, so that is how the hackers normally do, or cyber criminals normally do. Okay, and then he can use it for the later purpose like a DDoS attack. Okay. The hackers infect the computer with a malicious software to gain the control of the system to send the spam or fake requests to other devices or servers. A targeted server that falls victim to a DDoS attack will experience an overload due to the hundreds or thousands of spawning traffic requests that come into it. Like when you're getting a malicious request from the different devices. Okay. So the server can't reply because the server is attacked from a multiple sources. Detecting all the address may prove difficult. Okay, it's like a DDoS attack is quite tough to identify itself because normally if you are accessing a web pages, it will get the numerous requests to the server. Okay, even if you are accessing the Google page, there are few requests, at least 4 to 5 requests that go to the server, and the server replies to the every request. Okay, it's like a how it happens now. First, it will search for the Google.com. Likewise, in the search bar, I am searching for ozone. Okay, so what happened in the background now? In the Google search bar, I'm just searching the Google. So the first request how going to the server now, it will just is looking for the asking for Google server what is ozone. Then the server replaces with the cookie. Okay, it assign me a cookie and then a session ID. If I having any logins, it will give the cookies for the logins too, and it will check for my other browser activities too. So likewise, the server replies to me. Okay, even the legitimate request have the 4 to 5 requests for the single Google search. Okay, so in the DDoS attack, what happened now? The multiple requests came from the multiple computers. Okay, it's like accessing the same web server by the multiple users. Okay, so the server think that okay, those are the legitimate people. Okay, so the few people are asking a request from the server. So the servers try to reply all the requests. But here, what hacker will do? The hacker send the malicious request from the all the systems. Okay, so this so it takes some time to identify that okay, this is a DOS attack. So we have to visit it. Like the server also, it's quite hard to find that. And the case studies. Okay. Actually, in the 2020 itself, okay. 2020 itself, Google also facing the DDoS attack. Not only the Google, the AWS. Face up. Some- Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Even the major companies like Google, AWS, and then a GitHub, and the European gambling company, and then a Cloudflare, and the banks too, facing the DDoS attacks. Okay. In the 2014, I think, what happened to Google now? Some Google Play Store. Okay, they exactly have where the attack happens because Google's have the many products, right? So Google Play Store, some of the malicious hacker just post an application on a Google Play Store. So he just normally just hosting his application on a Google Play server. So he just put his application with the malware. Google also on that time Google also that don't have that much of protection on their servers. So later it becomes a DOS attack on a Google server, Google Play Store. So what happened now? The services stopped for 8 hours. So even the Google Play Store is facing the same issue. So nowadays they are mostly having the production. I will just let you know guys what are the protections are going to take or what are the mitigations we have to take to defend the loss or data attack from the malicious people. In 2020, Google also facing the loss attack, and then in same 2020 itself, AWS, Amazon Web Servers, also facing the DDoS attacks. Even the GitHub also having the same attacks, and the Cloudflare. Those are the biggest platforms. Okay, that's why I'm putting these things. But mostly, many of the services are there already facing the DDoS attack. Even it becomes a common thing now, because if you are going to getting any servers from any web server from the AWS or Cloudflare, they are also mentioning in the futures we are having a DOS protection, we are having the DDoS protection. Likewise, they are mentioning itself. So, okay, let getting into some practical how we are going to perform the DOS or DDoS attack. Okay. Before getting into that, I just want to explain that this is the completely illegal attack. Okay. So if you are performing to anyone or any with a malicious intention, it's a definitely illegal. Okay. So that will lead to the end up in some bad situations. Okay. So don't perform this kind of activity. But I will explain how normally attacker attacking into any web server or anything. Okay. So for the DDoS attack, what the application we are going to use now? It's a HO ISIS. Okay, it's a high orbital ion cannon. Okay, this is the application we are going to use for DDoS attack. Okay, DOS attack. Okay, so this is how with this help of this application, we are going to attack the web service. Okay, I'll just share my screen. 1 second. Please, screen visible to everyone. So, otherwise, this is what the application is. Okay. This is what a DDoS attack application. Okay. With this tool, we can perform DDoS attack on any web server or any system or any web application. So before getting into that, we have to choose the targets, right? So I already mentioned you now. If you performing DOS attack or DDoS attack, that's a completely illegal. So we are having a some already like there's a malicious effect. It can't be accessible from the Tamil Nadu itself. So I'll show you the targeted website. Okay. Reporting.com. This is the one of the camping websites. It doesn't have any much of information. Okay, it's a home page. And we can see the today results and then we can download the results. And then they are also having some schemes. Okay. Actually, the website is working quite fine. So we can view the results. This is what the application we are going to. So every functionality in this application is working perfect, right? So I can even download this. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to perform the DOS attack on this website. Okay. Before starting, and I again mentioning this is the completely legal law to perform. Okay, this is how we have to perform the DOS attack. Okay, so we have to click the place and then we have to paste the URL. What is the website we are going to attack, and then we have to mention the like a power. Okay, it's like a boosters, and then we have to choose the from which server we are going to perform the attack. And the HO is having a four servers to perform the DOS attacks. Okay, so that's freedom. I use generic boost. I'm just clicking the that's freedom. Okay, so working perfectly fine for me. I'm just adding the targets, and then we are already having the 249 cannons. Okay, so it's like a 249 systems ready to perform the attacks. So in the number of threats, we have to increase. Okay, how many how many systems we are going to flood the network or flood that application like this. So minimum take at least 100. Then only the server can't reply the our request, our legitimate requests. Okay, just putting the thing. So on then just fire the laser. Okay, so if I press this button, the server can't able to reply anyone's request. Okay, so I just performing the DOS on the jackpotin.com. The server is so we can see the status from here. It's engaging. Okay. From the request itself, Hi guys. Am I audible now? So now, okay, I'll explain what happened. Once you're performing a DOS attack, even your network also getting flooded because it's sending a many requests, many malicious requests, right? So even your network traffic also quite high. So what happened now? My meeting also interrupted by the traffic. Okay, so I'm just going to perform the DOS attack again. Is my screen visible now? I'll perform the same thing. Putting the target, power into high, selecting the server, choosing the number of threads. Put the numbers. The plus one. Okay. Then I'm firing the okay, go to the low number of threads first. Okay. 16 plus. So it's engaging the server now. It's facing the runtime errors. Okay. Yeah, even these applications are having already infected with the malware because it's perform identified by the identified as a malware by the our defender itself. Okay. So sometimes it may application will crashes. Okay. Because performing this also an illegal. The application is already it's quite illegal to use. Okay. Just for the testing purpose, we are using this one. Demonstrate that I how the also exactly happens. But sometimes the application is also crash itself because our defender will protect our system from this malware. Okay. The attack is started, but facing the runtime error attack. One second, I'll check with my PC. Already it's found like there are a lot of malwares in the system. So I'm checking the target again. Put the power into same high, but this time I'm just putting the defense on. 40. Okay, status is ready for going to attack. So I'm just firing the laser. So it is like a if I increase the numbers of threads, it will send the humorous request. Okay, so on this time I'm putting it. Okay, I need to- 1 second. I give it 1 second. So increasing the it can increase now. So if I lower my threads, the request will be quite low. So that the server can reply to my request. On but this time it will take some time to respond my request. Okay. So just think the first we are seeing this application is working quite fine, right? So if I click any any pages now, it will take some time to reply my even the legitimate request. Even if you are accessing the same website from your devices, it will take some time to reply because I am performing the attack from the background. Okay, so the server is also engaging. Okay, so just see the request is still loading. So the result page. See, connection time has timed out. So server is not replying to my request. So if you are accessing the same website from your devices, it also takes some time to reply. See, jackpot.com. While I'm putting in the first, it will reply to my request. But now it's not replying. This is how the normally attack performs. Once I stop this attack, the server will able to reply my request again. Okay. Until that, the server not reply to anyone. Okay. This I already told you now. The traffic, network traffic. See, already the 20 MB of network traffic will be created from my system to that server. Okay, the jackpot in application. The 23 MB of request is already sent to the jackpot in .com website. Okay, so once I stop this attack, then only the server reply to anyone. Okay, so no one is accessible to the jackpot in .com. Okay, this is how normally the attack happens. Until I solve this attack, no one can reach out this website. So this may lead to a single day or a hour or until I stop, like with a month or a year. Until this attack happened here, so no one able to reach out that jackpot in .com website. Okay, so I'm just stopping this attack. Okay, so I just stop this attack. So it's already with the 39 threads. Okay, I'm using 39 threads. With the 39 threads, 49, nearly 50 MB. Okay, so 50 MB of requests already sent to the jackpot in .com. So once I stop the attack, I stop the attack. I will stop the attack. Still, it's facing some issues. So it's, the jackpot in .com still facing some issues because it's already under attack. So they're not replying. I think that's down. It's not able to reply. Hope the server is not crashed. It's not still replying. Yeah, I'll check with my mobile. Server is working on it. So it's can't accessible from my mobile too. I hope we don't crash the website. So it's not accessible from my mobile too. So even you can also check. I'll just put the website in the chat box. So you guys also check that. This is what the website we are currently under attack by me. The website is already down. But even if I stop the attack, it's taking too much of time to respond. To the processor. Because we are giving the too much load on a same website. Because while performing the attack, it crashes for me many times. I think that there is a lot of requests just going to the server. That's why it takes this much of time to respond. So normally once I stop the attack, it will respond. It's fine. Taking a lot of requests. Okay. I hope it will get back by 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Okay. So we get into the another tool. Okay. I'm getting into the PPT again. So this tool is facing some issues, right? Uh, Normally it's working fine, but sometimes it may crashes, right? And we are having another tool to perform a DOS attack. Okay, okay, we can perform the DOS attack. So DOS attack, kind of DOS attack tool. Okay, so with this tool, also we can perform the attack. That is called the LOIC, low orbitized ionized, low orbit ionized cannon. Okay. So this application is available from the source.code. So you can also download the application. So by this tool, what we are doing now, we can particularly attack the web server by the like the types. Okay, what types of attack they are going to do? Okay, with the TCP, like is a okay, with the TCP request or the UDP request or HTTP packets. Okay, by these types of attacks, they are going to perform the DOS attack on the server by this LOIC tool. Okay, this is how the tool normally looks like. Okay, I just get into the practical. So we are also already having the tool. It's getting into the tool. But our target is already down. So I have to check our target is working fine or not. Still facing some issues. So this is what happened. Once normally the DOS attack happens in any web server, okay, it takes some response time because if they are identifying like we are under an attack, we are under a DOS attack, they are facing some issues. Sorry. Sometimes the server also will restart. Okay, so if the attack is performed, the server can't reply to anyone, right? So even the internal purpose, their company also faces some issues because their server is flooded with the DOS attack, right? So they are also facing some issues. So what they will do now, they just restart their server. So once the server come back to online, even the legitimate users don't have the access. This is what the most malicious purpose. Okay, once one pe- okay, someone is performing the DDoS attack on any web server. This is what their intention should be. Okay, so like what they are doing now, they just want to stop their legitimate services. Just assume that, like if I'm attacking a Google Play Store or a YouTube or a Facebook or Instagram or any other thing. So what the thing happen? The okay, even for the for this test, the service is not available for at least a 10 minutes, right? So if the Facebook is not responding or WhatsApp is not responding for the 10 minutes, what are the things going to happen in the background? See, most of the people are normally addicted to the social media and then even for office purpose also some people are using a WhatsApp itself. So if anyone is performing the DOS attack on WhatsApp, their service is not accessible to anyone for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So just assume that what are the losses they are going to face. Like guys, what are the loss going to face by Meta? It's like a millions. Okay, we are just simply performing the attack by there's some simple kind of tools. Okay, it only take a 2 minutes of time to perform an attack, but what the company is going to face now, it's going to face a millions. Okay, so that is how I firstly mentioned this is a completely illegal attack. Okay, to perform on any website, but still our checks down. So we need a good audit before performing this second attack. Okay. Uh, Even if the jackpot service takes some time, but I'll just demonstrate the LOIC. Okay. This is the another tool to perform the DOS attack. What is the difference now? Here we can mention our methods. Sorry. Okay. So with this tool, we can mention our attack type. Okay. What is the type we are going to flooding the web servers? Okay. So here also we have to mention our targets. Okay. So I am mentioning the jackpot.com because this is the only website we are having currently now. Okay. And then we have to mention our methods. What is the method we are going to use? I'm going to use the HTTP method. Okay, with the HTTP method, it's sending a enormous packet to the web server. Okay, so what happened now? Same thing. The server can't reply. And then we have to mention our threads. How many threads we are going to do? I'm just mentioning 1,000. Okay, and then what is the thing here we can do now? We can just put a message to the server. Like the cat is fine too. They are already having a default template. Like a cat is fine too, and then some kind of French thing. I think. Okay, I don't know whether it's a French or not. This is okay. So something like they are mentioning the French or I don't know Indonesian or some other things. Okay, so here we can mention a message too. Okay, like message I can put anything. Okay, test attack. Likewise, I can I can type anything. Okay, so the server is flooded with my request with these messages. Okay, sorry, the server is having a already having the multiple logs. Once I perform the attacks, it will send the humorous request already, right? So the 49 MB of request from the H4IC2, right? The 49 MB of tools are creating the logs on their web server, jackpotin.com's web server. Okay, so the web servers having a message of this thing. Okay, if I mention this message, so what the thing that happened? Once they are checking their logs, okay, So there are this attack can create a multiple logs. So once they're checking their server for the logs, what is the attack cause, why the attack happens, like this they are testing. They can able to say my messages, test attack. Okay. So if I mention, just ask him that okay, this is the attack. Okay. Like this, if you want to stop the okay, attack, 10 BTC for some particular address. Okay, like this I'm mentioning some address, the BTC address look like this. Okay, so if I enter like this, their server started with these messages. Okay, with the malicious request of these messages. So if they are checking their server, they are having these messages. So once they want to stop this attack, they have to send a 100 BTC to my BTC address. Okay, then only I stop the attack. So most of the people, some malicious people, do for this intention, right? Because just assume that if you are owning the WhatsApp, okay, so you are the owner of the Meta, and your server is under a DOS attack. So with the 60 seconds, you can earn a millions, okay, right? Because Meta is already having a big company. They are having a lot of applications too. And I am particularly attacking the WhatsApp. Nowadays, most of the people are using the WhatsApp. Just by the small amount of time, they are facing a too much of losses, their business losses too. Just assume that you are using a WhatsApp, okay, right? So the WhatsApp is quite for a particular day, for a single day, they are facing a DOS attack to 5 to 6 times daily. Okay, so what the thing happened? The service is not available for us for 5 to 6 times a day. So what normal people do? They just go into another application, right? So if I'm using a Facebook, WhatsApp for chatting regularly, and they are having the issue of DOS attack, so their service is not available for 1 to 2 hours daily. What I'm going to do now, I'm just change my application, okay, right? Because this application is okay, this is not the good one. What a normal consumer think now, okay, this application is not a good application. They are just don't having the services continuously or properly. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just moving to Telegram or a Signal or some other application, right? But they are having a secure application. But in the background, the attacker will do these kind of things. So what the Meta will do now, they will simply for 100 BTC, 100 BTC is a quite huge amount. I'm just putting it just like that. Okay, it's around in crores. Okay. So even the 10 BTC is around 100 crores. Sorry, 10 BTC is around nowadays it's 2 crores. 100 BTC in the sense is around 200 crores. Okay. So it's a quite huge amount. They are not saying this much of amount. If I mention like a 10 BTC or like this thing, they will definitely send to the attacker. But in the background, what the next thing going to happen now? The attacker will definitely get caught because it's clearly having the logs. Okay, I attacked the jackpot in .com. If you go through the okay, some of the cybersecurity person go through the jackpot in .com servers for the logs. Why the attacks happens? It's definitely having my traces. Okay, someone is from the Dell laptop is attacking this website, and from this IP they are attacking the website. Like this, they are having the information. Once they file a complaint, they will easily trace out the attacker. Okay, but still our server is down, so that's why I didn't perform the attack. Or otherwise I will easily perform this attack. So okay, I will just demonstrate how the attack will be. Okay, so here we have to select the methods, and then we have to type the how many threads we are going to use, and then wait for the reply. It's like the connections. Okay, so it's sending a humorous malicious request, right? It's sending a humorous malicious request with my messages, and it will wait for wait for the response from the server. So if I just click the button, that will don't wait for the response in time. Okay, so I'm just putting the response time because it's quite take some time to perform the attack. Okay, so I leave this like this, and then we can change the type to like a faster or slower, like. Okay, so and then we have to like with the Hima charging Malaysia. Okay, it's some other language. Okay, so this is how we are going to start the attack. So once we start the attack, we can see the status here. So I'm just starting at attack on the same jackpot in the. It's already under attack. It's really attacking the same website. So 9 connection at a time is currently connecting. Ideal in the ideal itself, they are using a 990, and it's a field of 99 connections. So our request is getting failed. You wanna have an idea why our attack is getting failed? It's stop response. Otherwise, it's stop response. So I'm just putting here easy below. Yeah, I'm just putting a message of text only now. Oh, sorry. The start of the flooding. So only it takes some time to respond. But what in the our case happened now? The server is already not responding to my legitimate request. Okay, so it's not responding to my DOS attack too. Okay, so if the service is available, then only I can perform my attack. Otherwise, this is not going to be effective. Okay. They are actually very effective. Okay. It will definitely fail. It's connecting. See, already 1,000 requests of fail. How many attempts it took? So here, what happened now? Even the server can't respond to my DOS attack itself. Okay. So attack is stopped, but still our website is down. It takes some time to get back. Okay. Because they are facing some issues to make the server online again. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll stop this attack and then I'll go for the presentations. These are the two tools we are using for the DOS attacks. Okay. So the next thing, how we have to mitigate ourselves from the attack normally. Okay, I'll explain. So normally the DOS attack is performing from a single IP. Okay. So what are the techniques I can mitigate myself from the DOS attack in the sense? I put the firewall because it's only having the network traffic, right? So however the attack will be, it will get definitely getting into the my web server as a network package. So what is the thing I can do now? I'm just putting a firewall on a web application or a web server. Okay. So what is the thing will happen now? If I can limit the request to that every individual user. So now Santosh is requesting to jackpotin.com. If I put the firewall, I write the rule. What is the thing going to happen now? Santosh only can send the 10 requests at a time or a 5 requests at a time, so that I can limit the request. So then only the server identified, okay, this is some this user can have some malicious intention to perform the attack on our web server, so we can easily identify us. So if I perform this attack on a like a Facebook or some other thing, my IP will get blocked immediately, so that I can't sorry, so that the attacker can't get into the legitimate website itself, because they are identifying me as a malicious person. Okay. So and then what is the thing I'm going to do again now? I'm just putting a mobile hotspot again, and then I'm just trying the same attack again on the web server. Okay, or a web application, and they will easily find it again itself. That is how we have to protect ourselves from the product ourselves from the DOS attacks. Even now, if you are purchasing cloud from the any biggest platforms like AWS or Azure, likewise things, Microsoft Azure, they are already having the DOS attack protections. And sometimes sometimes our web server is having a flooded with a legitimate request itself. I told you now already the scenario of the result today. Okay. On the result day, what is the thing going to happen? Just assume that I'm running some colleges and I am having a web server. I'm maintaining the web server. Normally, uh, most of the time, don't use the college website that much, right? Because on the result day itself, they are need that thing, or else for the downloading the hall ticket. Likewise, things they are facing that issue. Otherwise, they are don't get into the college website, right? So normally it's only having the uh, some low bandwidth, like is 1,000 or 1,500, like, right? On the result day, what happened now? Many of the legitimate users, 2,000 to 5,000 people, just try to engaging the same website, same website again and again. Okay, so what the thing happened now? The server can't reply to the even the legitimate request itself. On that time, that is also a DOS attack, but the legitimate requests, because it's already server is already a lot of legitimate requests. On that time, the server can't reply. On the time, what the thing happen now? For that, they are having another solution. What is the solution now? Load balancer. It's like if the request is minimum 1,000, we can handle the request from the server itself. If you are having the more than 1,000 requests, we have to have the load balances. So if the it's like a backup thing. Okay. So if you are having the 1 second. So if we are having a numerous legitimate requests, we have to respond the every single request, right? Because each of the students is trying to give their results. So we have to respond the every single request. Those are the legitimate requests. Uh, like these kind of requests, we can just identify this as a DOS attack. But those kind of requests from the legitimate users, we don't have to just drop the request. We have to reply every single request. So that is how the normal server will be. Okay. So we have to respond to the every individual request. On that time, we have to have the load balances. So what the load balances will do now, if we are having a many requests, so the load balancer will be activated. So the load balancer take care of some loads, like this is some kind of some requests. Okay. So the flooded requests just getting into the load balancer, and the load balancer will respond to the same requests. Okay. So that is how we are vegetating the DOS attacks. Okay. So this is how the DOS attack will be. Okay. And just look for the same website. What happened in the background or target. So still they are facing some issues to get back or like taking a too long to respond. They will be available by afternoon or something. Okay. So that's it. That's all about the 1000 So if you guys are having any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. You can raise a request, raise your hands to ask any doubts.
Sir, Santosh Ram, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you've done your part, sir. Otherwise, we can wait for some time.
Yes, sir. I done.
Okay. Participants, if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and you can ask now. I just given
Dr.
unmute access to
Shivakumar sir is
everyone.
having now.
Yes, you can unmute yourself and you can ask. First, we have Seema Verma from. Yes, you can unmute yourself. Yes.
Good morning, sir. Sir, can we do the same attack on like Flipkart or Amazon website?
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll explain.
Hmm.
Your target is a big company, right? A Flipkart or Amazon like these things. So what
Yes.
they things is going to do, they are already having a lot of cyber security people to protect these kind of applications. So these are the common attacks happened earlier. I told you now, even in the 2014, even the Google is attacked by a DOS attack. So from that day itself, they are facing these issues because even the script kiddie with the malicious intention can do these attacks. Okay, this tool is also easily available to anyone. Okay, so I can even show you where you can download this tool. HOIs or LOIs. So if you are they are facing this issue for a long time, so they are having the perfect protection for these kind of attacks.
Okay. Or they can take any legal action against me?
If you are performing this attack, they definitely do this, do the legal action against us.
So, sir, how you differentiate that we can attack this particular website or not this website?
DOS and DDoS attack is definitely illegal one to perform.
Okay.
That's a website is also a illegal website. That's why I take that as an example.
Hmm.
It's a
Okay, sir.
gambling site. That's why I take as an example. Otherwise, I too don't take that website.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Sri Nagesh Just unmute yourself and you can ask your queries.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
So under this attack, what are the assets and resources that can be denied, sir? Is there any difference between asset and resources? Because at high level, resources are different, assets are different.
Okay. With this attack, what are the high level of things we can do? No, we can crash the entire site. Okay. Like with sorry, their website is also not responsible for anyone. Okay, their website is not going to respond to anyone until I stop the attack. At the high level, even the total server is going to get crashed. Okay, they have to build it again.
So reconfigure and set up the environment again. Everything they
Again.
have to be reconfigured, sir. Is that sir?
Yes.
Okay,
This
okay.
server
Thank
is
you, sir.
totally
Thank you
going
very much.
to-
Okay, participants,
Okay,
do you have
thank you,
any
sir.
queries?
So I am Dr. Shivakumar, sir. I have a question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello. Sir, can I ask a question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Shivakumar,
Hello.
sir? Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. You can ask the queries.
Sir, actually, we know about the Trojan virus. That means some attackers, they are in the different places and send some links or some messages to the